Hey everyone, it's Exoman.
And Farm Girl.
And as you know, we like to interview interesting people. So what are we going to do today?
So we're going to go to Wilmington, North Carolina and meet with a couple of our friends, Pete and Donna.
Pete Vinal is a really interesting guy because he is an inventor. He's also a movie producer, and he's an actor, and he's a dancer. So we want to go and get his story. So
it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it should be fun. So come along with us and let's go meet Pete.
They're on the water.
You can if two can.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, there he is.
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Forever.
I know. What you been up to?
Pete, I understand you're an inventor.
Well, yeah.
Do we get to see the product?
Product? Well, sure. Yeah.
Wow! That's so cool!
An inventor and a magician, eh?
Oh my
You asked for it.
God.
Hey.
I love it!
So what is it?
I don't have any idea.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks like
Very
a
bright.
Drink Genie.
It's the Drink Genie. It's a new innovative drink holder that accommodates any size drink, and you can put it anywhere you can possibly come up with. Plus it has two legs, you can stick it in the ground, and it gimbals. How about that?
That is so cool.
I love it.
No more spilling at the beach.
Okay.
Or on the boat. Or in the car.
On the tractor, on the lawnmower,
Nice work.
on the wheelchair.
It's so cool.
Well, thank you.
Drink Genie.
Yeah, we were came up with this idea several years back and sort of put it on the table. It did some good sales through the years, and I didn't really aggressively go after it, but I went to the show in Pennsylvania, took it up there, and won 2 gold medals. I'm like,
Wow.
wow!
Yeah, that's exciting.
So that was an invention show?
At an invention show.
I see.
You just brought it there. And you
Brought
had a
it
booth
there,
over
and got a booth, and there were 650 inventors from all over the world that came.
That's so cool.
And then we were sitting at the table at the dinner and won 2 gold medals. And this guy kept taking us out to eat, and now I'm doing business with him.
Nice.
And he's pretty big, so hopefully.
Yes. It'll be in all the big stores.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So when was it that you came up with that idea?
Actually, 15 years ago.
And so you just had this idea and had somebody build it for you, or?
Well, yeah, I was on the beach and I was with a bunch of friends, and they're having fun, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching people spill drinks and doing all this, and
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Try and stick your beer up and
So I'm like,
walk back and.
dang, I came up with an idea, and I went home and I put it together, and I came up with most of it, but the male connector that goes to this, so it attaches to everything,
Mm-hmm.
I was having a hard time. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and ran out in the garage, and I carved it and made it, and
Wow.
the rest is history.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's so cool. This guy comes up with stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, I can
and he's just like,
appreciate inventors and what
yeah,
it takes to
like,
follow
how do you
through.
get it
The
going?
guy behind the camera?
This
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
This good-looking
That,
man right here?
that guy right there.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
So you just came up
Yeah,
with the
that is
idea,
amazing.
but you had to follow through.
Yeah, the invention was, the patent was very expensive and very time-consuming.
Yeah,
But,
that can be pretty prohibitive for your average inventor, can it? The patent
Yes,
process.
it could run anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000. Wow, for a patent, depending on
Oh, wow.
how many claims you have.
Yeah.
And what's involved, and then the tooling, and
Well, what would you
So-
say to young inventors who get stuck there? What do they do?
I would say go get a government grant. It may take 6 months to a year, And you have other venues online that you can go where other people invest in you. And there's not just one, there's several of them now. And there's a lot of ways to do it. You just have to think outside the box.
Right. Outside of Shark Tank.
Outside of Shark Tank, it's just 2% of whatever you do, whether you get a deal or not.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Really, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
Pete, would you say definitely hire a patent attorney, or try to go it on your own, or?
Well, by yourself, you can take your design, mail it to yourself, and never open it. That gives you your first position, because I've seen it where they went into a lawsuit. No, I had
Yeah.
And the guy said, well, I've got a letter here. I mailed to myself a year prior to this, and he won.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Then after that, go to a patent attorney.
Well, move on your ideas is what I say. Speaking from experience, a quick little story is I invented a floppy frisbee.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't call it a frisbee, we would have called it a flying disc.
Yeah.
And that was when you and I had babies
Right.
that were just learning to walk. Flash forward 25 years.
You found it.
I saw my invention in Dick's Sporting Goods on
No.
an end cap. Yeah, it was a crochet pot warmer.
Yeah.
And we would throw it back
My
and
grandmother
forth.
made 'em.
And I would say, I've got to figure out I got to get a patent on this.
Yeah.
Kids can put it in their pocket,
Because it
pull
was
it
the
out.
perfect little frisbee.
And now it's
Yeah.
a patented toy.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
move on your inventions, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't procrastinate.
So, how do you sell this product?
Well, it's being sold on Amazon right now, and I have a website, www.drinkgenies.com, and it's selling itself, and it's doing really well.
Drink Genies, plural.
Drinkgenies.com, actually. Yes, that's the one.
Would you like to see how it works?
Yes, please.
Let's see. I got one. You have a male connector, and this male connector goes and attaches to almost everything you can think of. It has tie wraps, so anything you can come up with, you just attach this to. Then you put your Drink Genie to it, and you have a screw. And the screw goes over a little lip, and you can either stabilize it to where it can't move, or it'll gimbal back and forth if you're on a boat in rough water or something like that.
Yep.
So you have one male connector, and then you've got one ring. And you can put a hugger in here, you can put a coffee cup in here, or you can put the great big squeeze bottle in it. And when you're done with it, you can put it out of the way and put it back in your pocket. Or you have a male connector that goes on a car door. And with that male connector, same principle, you pop it into place, you put it over between your window, and you're in business. And when you need it, you pull down your rings and you're in business.
No more
That's basically
spilling.
it. Well, there's another thing too. Oh, thanks for asking. You've got layers.
that's- yeah.
You can stick it in the ground,
Yep.
just like this.
In the sand.
Oh, so those are sharp posts. I got you. Yeah.
You can even put like a wine bottle in there.
Actually, you can. Well, I'm glad you thought of that.
That's the way my mind works.
See if we can get a patent improvement on that.
Yeah.
So that's your Drink Genie, and that's how it works.
That's awesome.
And,
that is very cool.
It's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun, and we got a lot of good responses. But I will tell you one response that made everything worthwhile. I got a phone call, and he's from a vet, and he lost his legs, and he's in a wheelchair. He said, until today, I could hear the tears in his voice. He said, until today, I haven't been able to carry drinks with me because he spilled. I've got 2 of them on my wheelchair, and I'm happy, and you've changed my life. It
Wow.
made me emotional.
That's awesome.
So that's wonderful, and he actually contacted you to tell you that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's inspiring.
That
That
is
made me
inspiring.
so.
Makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
So this is so cool,
Thank you.
but you have so much going on in your life. You're so dynamic. I hear you're a director.
Where did you hear that?
That guy told me.
Well,
Tell us about that.
yes, I did happen to direct a film. It's a breakdancing film. Would you like to step into my laundry room and see it?
I would love to step into your laundry room.
Well, let's go.
Ta-da!
Break dancer.
Oh!
The movie poster, White Men Can't Dance.
Huh.
You notice the ugly
they like
guy
to
in the
say,
front?
I can't dance. That's you.
Yeah. He's a
Wow.
little bit younger there.
Badass.
I don't know about his ass, but he's younger.
Yeah.
He's actually a good guy.
Yeah. He looks like a fun guy. So, actor, writer, director, marketer. What else? This guy does everything.
I'll tell you, this was a lot of fun. We had 36 breakdancers from all over the world came together. You know, a lot of them were tough and like, you know.
Yeah.
And I had a minister there, believe it or not. And we all held hands before the movie started. And they're like, you know,
Yeah.
but all of them stay in touch with me now.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool.
That's awesome.
A lot of fun.
And so did you break dance in this?
Yes,
film?
I did. I danced in the film, and they didn't know it.
They
But I
didn't.
came out, and they're like, I wanted their actual responses.
Oh,
and I got
wow.
it.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's funny.
Yeah. So you want me to teach you a New York
Yes,
handshake?
yes.
Okay, just like this. You slide it in.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know.
That's the New York handshake.
So there's got to be something else in the works. I know you didn't just stop there. What else you got?
Well, actually, there is something real special to my heart, and it's a little children's book
Oh,
that
nice.
I'd like to tell you about.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I'd like to show it to you,
Would love to see it.
and it won't be in my laundry room.
Let's move out of the laundry room.
Okay.
I like the laundry room though. Oh, so this is what you were talking about.
Yep, that's the
Chewy
one.
the woodchuck.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, my mom was relatively sick. We didn't know how bad it was. So I had to go up in the attic and clean out the attic, and I found these great big pages and watercolor pages of this
wow.
woodchuck and this dog, and a story about a woodchuck and a dog that forged a relationship over a 3-month period. And at the end of that 3-month period, the neighbors moved away. Well, the woodchuck came out to the end of the driveway and sat there and waited for 3 days for that dog to come back.
Aww.
So my mom was inspired to paint the pictures and write the
Uh-huh.
story. So I found it. So what I did is I digitized it, reformatted it, re-illustrated it a little bit, and published it and gave it to her before she passed.
Oh, that's
And
so
she actually
cool.
cried, and I've never seen her cry in my life.
Wow.
Aw.
And I promised her I'd get it out to the world, and now it's in Barnes & Nobles.
Well, that's fantastic. What a story.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
now we foray
She's a good
into
artist.
literature.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see some of that.
Want to see some pages? You got, and you can see, and it's a true story, like I said.
Really good.
And
really
the dog never
interesting
came back,
art,
or
too.
what? Was it a
You have to
happy
read
ending?
the book, Jen.
I know.
Read
I'm
the
going
book.
to.
Very happy.
Yeah.
But what I did is when I did this book, I left some room here in the back for kids to write their own stories.
Oh.
And so I did a read along at Barnes & Nobles.
Oh.
And there was this teacher
Yeah.
that was from Massachusetts that came down. And she was all excited. She got one of the books. She went back, and I got this thing in the mail. And it was from her whole entire classroom of all her
they
children.
they all wrote their own story.
They all wrote their own little
Oh,
stories.
that's so cool.
That's
So,
great.
Wasn't that awesome?
Oh, that is
Yeah.
very cool.
Huh. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's my little book, Chewy the
We should
Woodchuck.
put all those together as a little book.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Jen, stop inventing.
My wheels are spinning.
We can call it Jen and little stories about the woodchuck.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. We all know why I've gathered you all here. Because this guy needs to teach me some dance moves. Right, people?
All right. They say you can't dance, so
How did we get out here?
We jumped from up there.
Wow. I didn't even feel it. So, you want to learn a move or two?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start you out with just a relaxed move.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's the first thing. You ready? You want to try
I
it?
can do this part.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Take your hands down by your side and bring them up slowly by your elbows out to your hands and bring it together. There's one. Now take it from your fingertips and move it down to your body. That was very good.
that was good, Jen.
I almost fell over, but it's very good.
Did you see the energy travel through there?
Yep. Like lightning.
That was good.
Thanks.
You want to try something else now?
Sure.
Okay. Let's take it from here, push it through your arm, then go down through your body and come back up, push it out again, and then stop.
Oh, God. Do that again?
Start here, bring it through your body, come back. That was very good. High five.
Thanks.
There you go.
Hey, Jen, how about you get out of the shot and let Pete show us?
Yeah,
a
come on. Let's see you spin around and do some of that breakdance stuff.
Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot.
Okay.
No, we
Pete
don't
on
want
the
you
spot.
to get these splinters. Got some Michael Jackson moves.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I wish it's my command.
Who says old
I
white
love
guys
it.
can't dance?
That's right.
That's right. 62 years
awesome.
old and proud of it.
62.
He's a baby,
Awesome.
huh?
Yeah, he's a kid still.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good job.
Okay, Jason,
Good job.
it's your turn to come out here.
Yeah. Let's see you do it.
Nope.
Well, thank you so much for having us out here. We knew it would be so interesting, and you're right here, like our neighbor.
Well, you guys are great. I've really enjoyed it. Jason's great. You're beautiful.
We need to see you guys more.
I'll never be the same again now.
You're always.
She has that effect.
always.
No, but thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for
for-
telling us your story.
Thanks for having us out to your beautiful place.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.